We're going to be using our stovetop kit here today. We're going to be making some oxtail pho here. So normally this would take 12 to 14 hours. We're going to do it in an hour and like 20 minutes. First, what we need to do is let's get our oxtail ready. So we've got fresh oxtail from the market here. This whole packet was like 20 bucks for oxtail, so not too bad. But we're gonna go ahead and use this entire packet. So the first thing we're gonna do right here is I've got a pot of hot water. You don't need it boiling, just hot water. I'm gonna take just a splash of vinegar, just like a capful. That's it, that's all you need. And I'm gonna take some salt. Some sea salt here, and some salt and vinegar. Just enough to get the water salty. You don't have to use a ton, but we're not cooking it. All I'm doing here is we're going to put the oxtail in, and this is to basically wash off the oxtail because we don't know what's happened to it before it got to us. So that's going to take off all the impurities, all that kind of stuff off the oxtail. And I'm just, right here, I'm just sort of just massaging the oxtail to get it nice and clean. And here you can actually see. Can you guys see this? See how dirty that water is already? That's what we're getting off. We're getting rid of all of that stuff. Just let that sit. It's not a we're not boiling it or anything like that. We're just cleaning it. That's all. That's all we're doing. And then we're gonna let this dry. We're just gonna dry these right now. Just dry them nice and good. Pretty much dry. That's all we need right there. And I'm going to set these aside over here. Let's open this together. What? So we've got our instructions here, which we'll go over in a minute. The Mama Two story about my wife and her mom, the founders and creators of the recipe, and a little shopping list if you want to do it. So we're going to put that to the side. We've got all the noodles, which we're going to use later. We're not going to use those for a while, so put those aside. We've got our pho spice bag, our giant spice bag here. Here's the sides. We've got hoisin, sriracha, and our dried green onions and cilantro. We're going to put that aside. We don't need that till we're done. We've got our beef bouillon broth cubes. We're going to need that. And we've got our big package of Mama Two spices. And our chopsticks. We're going to need those later. So I'm going to put those aside for later. And here's the box. We're going to put that aside too. So first things first, we need to fill this with 80 ounces of water. So let me get my little measuring cup over here. Go ahead, right now, I'm going to put it on saute just to start getting that water heated up. I'm going to put in our beef bouillon broth cubes. It comes with 4 cubes. We're going to drop all 4 of those in. We're going to put in Mama Two's spices. Put in that whole pack of spices right there. And then we're going to put in our big old pho spice bag. Look at all of that. Look how big that bag is. So you've got star anise, cloves, cinnamon, coriander, fennel, and nutmeg in this bag right here. And we're just going to let that sit right now. I'm not going to seal the lid. I'm just going to sort of set it on top just to get it out of the way. I'm also going to use some beef tendon meatballs. We're going to use that later too. But right now, let's turn that on high. 400, and I'm going to take, where's my olive oil? Here's my olive oil. Now, this is avocado oil. I'm not using much, guys. Just enough to coat the pan on the inside. Not too much, because all we're going to do with this oxtail, we're just going to brown it. We're just going to brown it. We're not cooking it. We're just browning the outside of it. All right. We are ready. So where's my tongs? So all we're going to do, I want to get this oil nice and spread out here. Put this right here. A little too hot. I'm just going to brown the outside of it. That's all I'm doing is browning the outside of it. Browning the edges. So it'll be just like a minute or so on each side. I'm gonna seal the ends first. Good. This one needs to go on this side. That one is good. This one is good. This little one is good. The outer one needs a little. All right. That's it. That's all we're doing for the browning. Let's turn this off. Let's unplug this. And let's move this out of the way. All right. Now, let's get out the Instant Pot here again. And this is all we're going to do. So we're going to turn this on right here. Manual. I want to turn it for, I want to do 1 hour. The spice bag in, we have the cubes in, we have the Mama Too's seasoning, and already, if you guys can see this broth already, check out that broth already. And it hasn't even started to cook yet. This is just what's in the PhoLicious kit. Like if you did 15 minutes on this, it would be ready. It would be restaurant style and ready already. But we're going beyond that. We're doing oxtail homemade pho, 14-hour broth. We're doing it in about an hour and 20 minutes is what we're doing. So that's what we're trying to do. Hold on. I got to tighten this a little bit. It keeps, there we go. So, all right. So now all I'm going to do is put in the oxtail. We're going to put this in. It's already got everything else in there. It's been, we browned it already in the hot oil. We gave it a nice little hot braise. And then all we're going to do now is close the lid and put it on there. And now we wait an hour, 1 hour. Well, it's going to take about 10 minutes for it to heat up and start pressurizing, but then the timer starts for 1 hour. And it's the PhoLicious Beef Pho. Stovetop kit is what we're using to do this so fast. Woo! The Instant Pot just finished. But we're going to do the reveal because this just finished. So let's take this out. Woo! So first thing I'm going to do while it's still boiling, I need to cook the noodles. So I'm going to take out the spice bag, that amazing spice bag right here. And I'm just going to put this on the side. We're going to cut this open later and show you guys everything that's in it. And now I'm going to take out the oxtail itself. I'm going to take out all the oxtail and just put it on the side right here. It's an hour. It's falling apart off the bone. All right, so let's get this out of the way. I have the noodles, as you can see here, soaking in hot water. I'm going to let them drain. I want to let all that water drain off. I love this little handy dandy drain right here. And soaking in hot water doesn't cook the noodles, but it softens them up just a little bit. And now I'm going to put it in here for 1 minute. Alexa, set a timer for 1 minute. And don't do this to me. So there we go. All right, some of the noodles. That was almost a disaster. So I'm just going to let these noodles drain. Get all that broth back in there. Now these noodles, after just a minute, these noodles are cooked and ready. No, we're announcing the winners after this. Alexa, I need more PhoLicious on Amazon.
I'm not able to do that for kids.
Alexa, stop. All right, so the noodles are ready. Now I want you guys to check out this broth right here. We're gonna do the winners next. Look at this broth in 1 hour. I know the light isn't that good, but check out this broth. There's a little piece of oxtail. Look how clean this broth is. Look at that. Look at that broth. All right, so now let's get our bowls ready. All right, so we've got the oxtail here. Let me put the phone back up. Let's get our bowls ready that we're gonna do. This kit makes 4 big bowls right here. We're gonna do one at a time. Take a little bit of noodles. Put the noodles in here. My kid's like, a lot of noodles. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of shaved beef. Just a little bit. Some of our meatball tendons that we got here. A little bit of green onions. A little bit of cilantro. Just a few white onions right here, and a little bit of bean sprouts. Nothing crazy. And I'm gonna take this broth right here, and you guys are, oh my God, dude, that is amazing. 14-hour broth in just over an hour. Oh. For you guys who just joined, check out this broth that we just made. Look at that broth. Look at that amazing broth. Dude, this is 14-hour broth that we just did an hour and 20 minutes. I'm going to take a little bit on the spoon here to show you guys in the light so you can see it without everything. Can you guys see how awesome that broth looks? Look how clear that broth is. Pouring that in there. That is legit homemade in an hour and a half. So